What is up, guys? Welcome back. We are doing I want to do pretty much a new series. I've never really done a series before on this channel, and this is kind of the series I decided upon. I want to do kind of an MLS Match of the Week series. So each week I'm going to be bringing you an upcoming real-life MLS game between two teams. Um, this week, this Saturday, June 6th coming up, it's going to be the Sounders playing against Sporting Kansas City. This is going to be an exciting matchup because this is two of the Western Conference's best teams. Um, essentially, you got. I don't really remember. I'll be honest. I don't really remember a lot about Sporting Kansas City. My team, RSL, played them in the MLS Cup 2 years ago and lost on a horrible penalty shootout, which was very disappointing. The only thing I know about this team is Zusi, Dwyer, and Opara. Um, and then, of course, with Seattle, you've got Dempsey, you've got Martins, you've got Evans, you've got Marshall. I think Marshall's still on the team. Chad Marshall, Nagel, Pineda. These guys who know how to get it done, and I think they won the Spurs Shield last year. Um, I should know better. Oh, and we've got a goal to start us off here. I believe I have it on semi-pro. I was playing my earlier review of this game. You'll notice that I was playing on amateur. I played on semi-pro or amateur because, again, I've mentioned before, I'm not great at soccer games. I'm not great at FIFA. I enjoy playing it. I think I like semi-pro because it's a little bit of a challenge for me, but it's not like an absolute home run every single time. I'm not going to be getting 5 goals or 4 goals a game. I may win 2-1 or maybe 1-0. In fact, I may even just, my strategy here now that I've got a really early goal. Do I want to try to get another one or do I want to protect this lead? Um, so I like this matchup between Sporting Kansas City and Seattle. It's like I said, because Sporting Kansas City this year, because of the expansion teams, um, New York City FC and Orlando City, they had to move Sporting to the Western Conference, which actually makes sense. I mean, it's kind of like the Memphis Grizzlies being in the East, the Western Conference. I mean, they really are more in the East. I mean, they're to me they're East because it's like the old West or the new West essentially is anything west of the Missouri, you can kind of count that you're in the West or the Midwest. But I mean, Memphis is the other. That's a penalty. Memphis is east of the Mississippi, so to me, there it should be in the Eastern Conference. Why is Memphis in the West? It makes traveling for Western Conference teams so much more difficult. Well, that's in the NBA. It's not important. I'm not really all that glad that Sporting Kansas City had moved to the Western Conference. To me, I like the logic of it, but I don't like the competition of it. Because for a team like my team, RSL, who has to try to go up against these guys now even more, 2 times a year or whatever, or at least more than they were when facing them in the East Conference, because RSL actually used to be in the East Conference. I like that it makes the Western Conference that much better, especially in comparison to the Eastern Conference, because I think obviously the Western Conference has got the most talent. Just like in the NBA, I think MLS is stacked. LA Galaxy, Seattle Sounders, Timbers, RSL are usually always consistent. Houston, FC Dallas, all these teams, and of course the breakout team this year. It's really. They said they were going to see a lot of improvement, and obviously they have, and I'm really excited for them. Are of course the Whitecaps, Vancouver, who did not know what they had in, and I don't even remember his name. I should. That's horrible. Uh, in their newest striker, who has come from South America and is just pretty much destroying the league. So I am really, really glad for the MLS. That's why I'm doing this series. I'm really, really glad to see them. I'll get to that now. I'm really just really glad to see it growing. I'm glad to see the expansion. I'm excited to see Minnesota, what they can do. You know, I don't want David Beckham to bring a team to Miami. I mean, although the Fusion, for me as an RSL fan, I've got a little bit of respect for the Fusion because it, you know, my buddies, our team, you know, Kyle Beckerman and Romano used to play for the Fusion together. And another goal for Dempsey. But essentially, I'm just glad to see MLS growing. I hope a lot of new fans are happening. The beginning of the season with Orlando City, selling out that stadium. I think it's the Orange Bowl. I don't remember. But I was really excited to see the fans there. I'm excited to see the fan. You know, it's even in Sacramento where they're hoping to get Sacramento Republic into the league. I'm glad to see Minnesota getting the team because Minnesota I think is with the Vikings and the Twins and the Timberwolves. They're a sports team. They're a sports city with a lot of teams that they've had a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointment, and it will be exciting to see them get another professional sports team in there and see the fan base grow and see if they can be successful like they have been in the little leagues. So, I said I had it on semi-pro, and I said I wasn't going to blow these guys out, but it's not even quite happening. It's almost halftime. Oh, see, there we go. And it's 3-0. But maybe I'll up the difficulty for the second half. So, for me as an MLS fan, as a soccer fan, I'm just excited to see it growing. I hope you guys will enjoy this series. I hope it gets views. Obviously, MLS, it's kind of, not the redheaded stepchild of the soccer world, but kind of that, it's the puppy that's still growing up. And I think there's a lot of talent here in the States, and I think in North America, and obviously we get a lot of talent from South and Central America and from the Caribbean here in MLS. But I think that they're going to continue to see success and see this league grow, and I'm just really excited for it. And the thing what I like about a team like Seattle is they're excited to have an MLS team. They packed CenturyLink Stadium, almost every. I think they sell out and they have more fans than anybody else because they are in an NFL stadium. They can do that. They're owned, Paul Allen owns the Seahawks, owns Seattle, so he's not going to be building a soccer-specific stadium for the Sounders anytime soon, or why should he? If he can get 60,000 people into the stands every single game, he's making 3 times as much as, essentially 3 times as much as any other MLS team as far as ticket sales go. And so, in Sporting Kansas City, they've got their stadium. And they've got one thing I liked about, I think it was either their owner or their general manager, was really bringing a lot of, modern conveniences to the stadium, kind of making it really a 21st century stadium. One of the first stadiums in MLS to really bring, Wi-Fi for the fans. It's a terrible pass. But I'm glad to see teams like Sporting Kansas City. I'm glad to see their fans excited. I'm glad to see the new expansion teams. And I know I'm rambling here. I apologize. But this game's in hand, basically. But you know, it's just interesting because I hope that a YouTube channel like this, I know I do not have a lot of subscribers, hardly any, but I hope that somebody watches this, sees it, and gets excited for MLS or enjoys it. Um, I hope it brings a little bit of joy to some soccer fan. I hope it spreads awareness about MLS, just because I'm a big fan. Um,
Here comes Clint Dempsey. Gonzalo Pineda. Away from that slide tackle. Goes for goal.
yeah.
Coming up
So, anyways,
corner.
let's check out our team management here. He's tired. Dempsey's tired. It's 7. We'll probably make 2 substitutions, but that's all right. Anyways, I just hope that this channel, somebody sees it and gets excited for the MLS season this year. I hope that this can be a fun series throughout the entire MLS season to kind of showcase, kind of a virtual MLS season, kind of in little bits and pieces, and kind of get an idea of what these teams are like. I'm also doing it because I want to learn. I want to keep learning more and more about the teams, players. You can watch the NBA your whole life like I have, and just the other team. You know who the other guys on the team are. You know the NBA in general. You know a lot. You learn a lot of the players. Yeah. But for me, I know my team. I know RSL, but I don't really know a ton of guys on Sporting Kansas City or Houston Dynamo. I don't know a lot of teams on the Chicago Fire, or even DC United. I like that guy Kitchen. But basically, I hope that we can learn together, grow together, become better fans to a series like this of MLS. Great exposure to soccer. Like I said, in my review for this game for FIFA 15, I just think the MLS, it's growing, and American fans, sports fans, I want to just give soccer a chance. And I said that a ton in my video review. But it's true. As a sports nut, I just hope that we can. Bad pass. Just trying to get a shot on these guys here. It's just. Oh, see, I'm not really good. He's decent. Okay.
Good tackle.
I'm not very good at sports games. But I just hope that this is the kind of series that we can grow together, learn together, gain a greater appreciation, and then Americans like myself give soccer a chance. Video gamers can, if you've never played a FIFA game, I hope this series can kind of give some insight and some fun during the season. Just kind of have a fun weekly match where we kind of take one of the more exciting games of the week and play them out here virtually and see what happens, and kind of compare them to see what happens in a real life situation when the game happens this Saturday in Kansas City. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been FIFA 15. It's the Sounders taking on Sporting Kansas City. I obviously beat them handily 3-0. Dempsey with 2 goals, Martin with 1 goal. I think I've got it in semi-pro. Maybe I'll up the difficulty. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've got a match that you want to see, a team that you follow that you want to see me do, and I will be happy to do it. We will check out next week and see what happens. Major League Soccer. We'll talk to you later. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.